Good evening and welcome to another edition of Reviving. Reviving, for those people who do not know, who have been following us on Ustream until today, Reviving is a journey and an opportunity to meet with God. And the journey for us is learning to worship God through DJ decks. Now, we use the music that we love, and the music that we love to worship with is house. It's all about the house, it's all about the soulful and the deep house. My name is DJ Ayo, and along with DJ Lee Ant, we host these monthly sessions of Reviving Worship. But today, we're coming from a special venue. We're coming from the Tank here in Greenbelt. And I want to give out a big thank you to Jez and the team here at tankcoffee.com for hosting us here. This is a wicked venue and they do a wicked filter coffee. People, if you come to Greenbelt, you need to check them, and you need to check them online anyway. But a big thanks and a big shout out to them. I'm going to say a bit more about Reviving as we go along. In the background is Adonai, because Reviving is about worship. That's what it's about. And as people who are lovers of God, seekers of Christ, and imbibers of the Spirit, that's what our worship is about. So sit back, kick back, and if you feel like it, move and shake what your mama gave you. Just checking with the video operator about the volume. I hope you're enjoying this and it's just about right. We'll keep working on that as we go through the worship. You're listening to Reviving, and Reviving is about worship. And we utilize house music, deep, soulful house music that speaks of faith, hope, love, and journey. And the journey we're on is about worshiping God, using the music that we love, but it's all about worshiping the big G, the divine one, the one that we know in the person of Jesus. So as I say, in the background is Adonai, because we're just acknowledging the space and the time that we're giving. All to the Maker, the Provider, the Lord. Different names, with the same spirit, who loves us, who accepts us, and just wants us to be in relationship. Now you may be intrigued because I don't have my usual setup. Normally I have my laptop and my MIDI controller, a mixer and that kind of thing, and my Newmark speakers when we're usually in the Nova Town in Birmingham. But you know what, we're camping and we wanted to kind of keep the equipment a bit on the down low. So I've come with my little iPod speaker, my phone with a DJ app on it, as well as the mixer to kind of get it out there in the ether. Isn't technology a wonderful thing? And this song that I'm mixing in is called Deeper. This is one of my most favourite tunes of all time. This is featuring Hayes. And the thing I love about, yes, I've got some people bobbing in the house, yes. This is a tune, and the thing I like about house tunes, you can join in. And I just love them because the words just come round and round and round and round. And the words are this. You love me deeper. You love me deeper. Deeper than I'll ever know. You love me deeper. You love me deeper.
Love me
Deeper. Deeper than I'll ever know. You love me deeper.
Love me
Deeper. You love me deeper. Deeper than I'll ever know. You love me deeper.
Love me
Deeper, yes you do. You love me deeper. Deeper than I'll ever know. You love me deeper. Deeper than I'll ever know. Yes. For me, I love this tune. For me, it talks about a love that knows no limits, that's unconditional. And for me, as a disciple of Christ, that's seeing God as shown to us in Jesus. And that encouragement that comes from the Spirit. So this is what I'm singing and thinking about. Yes, you do.
Love me
Deeper. Deeper than I'll ever know. You love me deeper.
Love me
Deeper. You love me deeper. Deeper than I'll ever know. You love me deeper.
Love me
Deeper. Yes, you do. Deeper. Deeper than I'll ever know. You love me deeper. Deeper than I'll ever know. Yes, a love that knows no limits, that's unconditional, that accepts us how we are and who we are. Sometimes the church of which I'm a part can put limits on that. But you know what? The God that I've come to know in the person of Jesus has no limits. And for me, that's good, because I'm funky. And sometimes that's not in a James Brown way. But that's all good. That's all good.
Love me deeper.
Yes, you do.
Love me deeper.
You know you do. Deeper than I'll ever know. You love me deeper.
Love me
Deeper.
Love me
Deeper. Deeper than I'll ever know. You love me deeper.
Love me
Deeper. Deeper. Deeper than I'll ever know. You love me deeper. Deeper than I'll ever know. Yeah, this is another song of praise. And like I say, that's one of the things I love about house. Some of the vocal house just has such uplifting words. This one is again a song of praise. It's simply He Reigns. An easy one to join in, or if you want it to just float over you, that's okay. Just rest in the words and think about them. And hopefully they'll connect with you as much as they connect with me. And the most of us who gather together in this community called Revivin. Yeah, we meet once a month, as I was saying, normally in Birmingham, in the Novotel, which is on Broad Street. And we just meet together to just worship, to chat together, to have a laugh together, perhaps even shake a leg together. But all about worship of that God that we've come to know in the person of Jesus. Like I say, the reason I love the house, it's easy to just get into it and join in. So don't be shy, all of you listening on Ustream, don't be shy, wherever you are. Yes, He does. He reigns in heaven above. He reigns. Yes, He does. He reigns, He reigns. He reigns, He reigns. He reigns, He reigns. I know you feel it, come on, sing with me. He reigns, He reigns. He reigns, He reigns. He reigns, He reigns. He reigns, He reigns. He reigns forever and ever. Yes, He does. He reigns forever and ever. He reigns. He reigns. He reigns forever and ever. Now, it may seem to some of you that this is really strange, using house music to worship, but for me it's no more strange than using a wonderful Gregorian chant or a hymn or anything that can take us to a higher place. And for those of us who go out clubbing at the weekends, The music enables us to go to that higher place. Yes, we can hold our hands up and say, He reigns, He reigns, He reigns, forever and ever. So if you feel able, join in. Let the music, let the words, let the beat become part of you. I'm absolutely loving. It's something called Deliver Me. And for those of us who meet together in worship wherever we are, whether in a cathedral, in a church, or in this wonderful venue, the Tank Coffee Shop here at the Greenbelt Festival on Bank Holiday, August weekend. It's not only about praising God, but it's perhaps acknowledging that sometimes we may not live up to what God expects of us. So what we do is take a little time out to think about that and to ask God to, as this song says, deliver me, to deliver us. Because we believe that God accepts us as we are, doesn't condone what we might do that will let him down. You know, if we are hurtful to other people. But if we just ask him to forgive us, to accept us, God does. God has no limits. All we have to do is say,
deliver me from the pain, deliver me from the chaos,
yes,
deliver me from the rain,
deliver me, 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 deliver us, 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 deliver us.
Too much chaos going on in the world.
Deliver us.
The earth is shaking.
Deliver us, deliver us.
The winds are strong.
Deliver us, deliver us.
That's why I rely on the beat
Deliver us, deliver us.
to get me through the storm.
Deliver us, deliver us.
Deliver me from the madness. Deliver me from the pain.
Oh, yes.
Deliver me from the chaos. Deliver me from the rain.
Deliver us.
Deliver me from the madness.
Deliver us.
Deliver me from the pain.
Deliver us.
Deliver me from the rain.
Deliver us. Deliver us. Deliver us. Deliver us. Deliver us. Deliver us. I just love this tune. Let it ride. And we're just going to let this ride in the background and just wobble a little. Because what I'd like to share with you are some words from scripture. And I'd like to talk a little about the theme for Greenbelt. Greenbelt is an amazing festival. It's a Christian arts and music festival, but it's quite eclectic. Has a comedy stream, has a music stream, has a talk stream, incredible artists on the main stage, as well as some of the nice little outlets around about the place, and wicked food as well. Like any music festival really, but it has a heart. And the theme this week is about dreams of home. So I'd like to share a few verses from the Bible, which we as Christians read and gain strength from in terms of continuing on the journey. So I hope you don't mind me doing that. And I'm going to read from the New Testament, from Luke's Gospel, chapter 10, and I'm going to begin to read at verse 38. The music down a little bit. So as Jesus and his disciples were on their way, he came to a village where a woman named Martha opened her home to him. She had a sister called Mary who sat at the Lord's feet listening to what he said. But Martha was distracted by all the preparations that had to be made. She came to him and asked, "Lord, don't you care that my sister has left me to do the work by myself? Tell her to help me. Martha, Martha, the Lord answered, you are worried and upset about many things, but only one thing is needed. Mary has chosen what is better, and it will not be taken from her. And it could be, for some of you, that's a familiar reading. And if that's the case, that's good. And it may be for some of you who are listening, that might not be a familiar reading. And again, that's good. But I chose that because it talks of home. A woman named Martha opened her home to Jesus, which for me was a wonderful story of welcome and hospitality. And Martha seemed to be a wonderful hostess, a wonderful welcomer, who probably got very, very busy trying to make sure that not only her family, but Jesus was fed and nourished. But as the Bible says, she was distracted by all these preparations. And then there is a sister, Mary, who was sitting at the feet of Jesus listening. And that wasn't a passive listening. That was about, back in the day, people talked about sitting at the feet of their teacher. So Mary was assuming the position of a disciple, a scholar. So it wasn't a passive thing. But for me, what Jesus wasn't saying was that what Martha was doing was worth less. What he was saying is that what she was doing in that circumstance, in that moment, was not what was needed, but to sit and to hear what Jesus had to say for her. Jesus was in their home. This was an amazing moment for both of these sisters. Mary had caught that opportunity, had caught that moment, and Martha had got wrapped up in the everyday. And that's what Jesus was sharing with her. And I suppose why I got onto this story was that sense of home, was that sense of welcome, was that sense of welcoming Jesus. But I've been reflecting and thinking about home recently. I've been reflecting on those who do not feel at home at the moment. For those in Somalia who have had to run from their home because of warfare and starvation. I've reached Kenya if they're lucky, and if they're very unlucky, have lost members of their family or their own lives in that search for home. And then I was also thinking of the people in places of conflict who do not feel safe in their home. For many of us, we're thinking about Libya right now, and even as a new government has come into play, it's still not a place of safe refuge for some people, just on the basis of the colour of their skin. So a sense of not being at home, and of course, coming from Birmingham, being aware of some people who were killed outside their own home as they tried to protect their communities and their families. The tune's going to run out in a minute, but I just want to stay in this moment. And also, just that sense of, feeling a sense of, what is that dream of home? For me, the dream of home, and I think this is what a lot of us will be reflecting about this weekend here at Greenbelt. Our dream of home is a place where there is safe refuge, where people are fed and nourished, where people can feel safe and secure, where people are welcomed, where people are made to feel welcome, as Martha made Jesus feel welcome. A place where they'll be listened to, as Mary listened to Jesus. But a place where both happen, a place of listening, a place of welcome, a place of hospitality, a place of safety, a place of refuge, a place where justice is celebrated, where justice is known. I think those are the dreams of home that we're reflecting and thinking about this weekend. And for me, really came out of that story of those two sisters that reflected that sense of hospitality and welcome, but also that sense of having the space to be heard and to not only reflect on that, but to act on that listening as well. So just a few thoughts on dreams of home, and perhaps you have your own thoughts as well. So I'm going to get back into the music, and perhaps you want to take a bit of time out to think of that for yourself. So what is your dream of home? I've reflected from my perspective, but perhaps you have your own thoughts on this. As I said, as a disciple of Christ, as other disciples of Christ, use the Bible in my own reflection on life, on journey, on purpose. So just take some time now to reflect on your own dreams of home. Take some time now to, assume the position of a listener, of a learner, as Mary did. What is Jesus saying to you right now, in this space, in this moment, in this place, in this space, in this moment, in this place, in this space, in this moment? What are those dreams of home? And what is Jesus saying to you right now? If you're just tuning in, you're listening to the sounds of DJ Io on the decks, although they're virtual decks, because I'm here at the Greenbelt Festival, Bank Holiday, August weekend, having a great time, engaging in a little bit of DJ-led worship, which we call Revivin. And for those who don't know, Revivin for us is both a journey and an opportunity to meet with God. And the journey is about learning to use the decks as part of that journey. And we use the music that we connect with, which in our case is all about the house. Deep, soulful, wicked house music. But wicked in a good way. And we normally meet in Birmingham on the second Friday of each month in the Novotel, which is on Broad Street. So if you're in and around Birmingham in the United Kingdom, you'd be very welcome to come. We usually start at 7 o'clock and we go until 11 on that second Friday of the month. And our next one is on Friday, the 9th of September. But here we find ourselves in the Tank Coffee Bar. Wicked venue. We like to come and hang out here every year that we come to Greenbelt. And you can find out all about the Tank Coffee Bar on tankcoffee.com. They do a wicked filter coffee here and various other filter coffees and so on, and teas. And also for the rest of the year, they can send stuff out to you, and it's ethically sourced and ethically traded, and we'd like to hear that, because it's all about making sure we here in the West don't cost the earth, literally. So yeah, I'm gonna get back into the music, get back into the mix. But keep on tuning in. And if you enjoy the music, just stand up, bob your head, and shake what your mama gave you. No one will see. Technology hasn't got that good. You can see me, and I don't care. Yeah, feel like singing again? And if you feel like singing too, join in. This tune's called My Only. And for us here at Revivin, it's about reaching out to the one that gives our life purpose and meaning. Doesn't mean we're weak. It just means that for us, life will be very monochrome without the big G in it. And for us as disciples of Christ, we've found that deeper meaning in God through our Savior Jesus. Yeah, that happens sometimes. We forget to thank the Maker, acknowledge the Creator, but that's all good. God accepts us and loves us anyway. So this is about acknowledging the big G. The chorus is very easy. Yes, it's coming up. My only, my only, my only, my everything. My only, my only, my only, my everything. You are, you are, you are, my everything. You are, you are, you are, my everything. Didn't I tell you it was easy to join in? That's what I love about house. I know I keep saying it, and I know you might be getting bored, but boy, I just love this music. Boy, it just takes me to a higher place. So I hope you don't mind. And if you feel able, join in this song, acknowledging the one who, for those of us who are part reviving, is our everything. Come on, sing with me.